So hello guys and welcome to Carblog India. Today we are driving the new Skoda Rapid 1 liter TSI engine with a manual gearbox. Yes, recently with the BS6 engines, Skoda Rapid received a completely new 1 liter TSI engine that also comes in the Polo and Vento. And in this video, I'll be telling you all about the performance, the pickup, and everything about the engine and gearbox combination of the new Rapid TSI. And also, this is the top end variant that we have here, the Monte Carlo edition, and I'll be all talking about all the features and highlights that you get on this variant as well. So let's get started with the video. So the first thing up front that you can see here is this traditional Skoda grill with the badging over here. There are these side skirt type body bumpers that you can see over here, and it looks fantastic as per me. Further, it gets these smoked headlamps over here. These are projector headlamps, and it also gets LED position lamps, or you can say LED DRLs with indicators integrated in them. These are the fog lamps that you get. These are just halogen, and here's a mesh grill over here which basically acts as the air vent. Further, this is the Monte Carlo edition, so you get these alloy wheels as standard on this variant, the top end variant. These are 16-inch alloy wheels, dual tone. You can see black and silver. Then it also gets these blacked out ORVMs over here. These are not auto folding, however, you can operate them from inside. The door handles remain the same as earlier. There is no keyless entry, and as such, no button over here. You still have a place to insert the key. Rarely you can find a place to insert the key in cars today. Moving towards the back, it gets a blacked out, glossy black rear lip spoiler, and here's the Rapid branding. Here's the Skoda branding again, and these are the parking sensors. As you can see from the back, it still looks the same. However, I have to say that Skoda Rapid has aged very well and it still looks very flawless. No problems with its design and its styling at all. So now let's check what it has to offer on the inside. Now let's check out what it has to offer inside the cabin. And as you can see here, the cabin hasn't been changed for a really long time. A couple of things like the infotainment have been changed, however, at largely it still remains the same. So from here, it gets these aftermarket sort of seat covers over here, completely look aftermarket with the Monte Carlo branding over here. There's literally four colors that you can see over here with stripes flowing. Further, it gets this is for the seat adjusting, this is for the seat recline, and this is for um, pulling and pushing your seat. There's no push button start found inside over here. So on this side, you get the settings for headlamps. You get automatic headlamps as well. This is for the leveling of headlamp. Since it's again a European car, you have it opposite side. On the left, you have the switches for headlight and cruise control as well, as you can see here, on, cancel, off. And on the right, you have it. You have the buttons for the wiper controls. On the steering wheel, you will just find this portion occupied. That's for increasing the volume. This is for picking up and ending the call, and that this is for changing the music track. Then further, if you can see, this is for the adjustment of the mirror for folding. This is for the lock and unlock. This is how the instrument cluster of Rapid looks like. So in comparison to Vento and Polo, if you have to find a difference, there's just only one. That's the style of the dial. So on the Vento and Polo, other Volkswagen cars, you just get normal uh, RPMs either in 1 or 1,000, whatever the numbers are put. However, in this year, you get 10, 20, 30, 40, which is not found on any other cars, only Skoda cars. It's basically 10 into 100, 20 into 100. And on the right, you have different styling for of, or basically you can say different font for the speedometer. In between, there's the MID over here, and if you have to change the information for MID, you have to click this button over here. You can see the information being changed. And further, this is for the time, this is for whatever information you need: trip meter, odometer, average fuel economy, average kilometer, or the range. This is the odometer, and this is the fuel reading. On the left, you get all the sign regarding parking brake and everything else. This has to be the only change, or probably you can say the biggest change that you get inside the BS6 Rapid TSI. This is an aftermarket Android based touchscreen infotainment unit that you get over here, and it's completely Android. You can see over here it gets Google Chrome, Google Maps, Netflix, YouTube, and a couple of applications. Also, this easy connection is for screen mirroring. Yes, it feels a bit out of the place and does not feel that good. However, specifically talking about this, it doesn't lag that much and is very easy to operate. There's no Android Auto, no Apple CarPlay present with this infotainment. However, you do get screen mirroring, and you can also connect it with your Wi-Fi hotspot. So if you have to operate Google Maps now, it won't work, but for that you have to just switch on Wi-Fi and connect to your phone's hotspot. Further, one thing that you will see over here that's not present is any USB socket. There's a specific holding for an SD card over here, but nothing for a USB port. And if you have to ask me where's the USB port, I personally was searching for 1 or 2 days, and then I found this is where the USB socket is. Not very ergonomically placed, however, since the function of a phone with this infotainment system is barely for hotspot, so you can just keep your phone, connect your phone with Bluetooth over here, enable the hotspot, let this use the Google Maps, and then just put your phone inside the glove box itself. Then it gets regular AC controls that you see on other Skoda cars, other Volkswagen cars. It gets automatic AC front and rear defoggers with adjustment for uh, the other controls. And here are a couple of spaces, couple of cubby holes that you can find over here. If you want, you can keep your wallet and your mask over here. This is for holding the this is for the cup holders. Basically, you can put two bottles over here. There's one 12-volt socket present over here. And now coming on to this, so this is the gearbox of the Rapid. It gets a 6-speed manual gearbox over here. Not very slick, but yes, not that troublesome as well. If you have to put it in reverse, then have to do you have to press it down and put into reverse like this. It also has a reverse parking camera with sensors, and this reverse parking camera seems to be a bit nice. uh, Pixelation is very less and it still looks very clear. The lag is also not that much. Further, it gets a center armrest over here with storage space for the phone. However, if you see, this particular center armrest comes in way of me changing the gears, so even this is not ergonomically placed correctly. However, you can just keep it like this or place it towards the bottom, and still you can operate the gearbox efficiently. Then coming on to the glove box, it's very large. There's a USB socket and it also gets a cooling function over here. This is the day and night automatic IRVM that you get. So yes, if any car is coming on, if any car is coming from the back and they have the high beam on, this will help you to lower the intensity of that light so that you can see what's coming from the back. And these are the light controls. There is no mirror present on my side, there's a mirror present over here. Now we have told you what the Rapid offers from the inside. Let's check out what it actually has on the performance part and how well is it to drive. Is it an improvement over the earlier Rapid or not? So the Skoda Rapid now gets a 1 liter TSI engine, a 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol motor, and yes, it comes from the same Volkswagen Skoda family. The Polo and the Vento also get this engine. So yes, the talking specifically about the Rapid and Vento, they both share the same engine, and the performance and overall driving experience is very similar as well. One thing that is usually found in all TSI engines and the manual with the manual gearbox is that the low end torque generation is very weak. Under 1250 rpm, this car particularly struggles to find momentum. uh, there's a lot of you can say slow response, low pickup under 1250 rpm, even if you are on the roll, or if you are just starting your car. If you are on the roll, then you will probably feel that the pickup is very slow under that level of rpm. However, post that, there is no complaints with the engine, there is no trouble at all. As I said earlier, the TSI engines usually have a very strong mid range and a strong top range as well. So yes, as soon as it crosses 1250 rpm, 1500 rpm, the motor comes to life. However, the turbo, basically the turbo kicks in after 2000 rpm. So from 1500 to 2000 rpm also there's enough grunt present, and as soon as you start accelerating, you see that yes, the engine is very punchy. You wouldn't call it peppy, however, you can definitely call it punchy. It has a lot of punch, a lot of grunt present after 1250 1500 rpm, and you can easily pull it to the red line also. You'll actually enjoy that. However, the mid range is where you'll enjoy driving the most. So usually what I did with the Rapid was I was revving up till 3000 rpm and then changing the gears. The whole experience of that was very exhilarating, and yes, I enjoyed it to the core. Then moving on towards the other things about this engine, the refinement levels as such are not so low but not so high as well. So if you have the car under 2000 rpm right now, I have it under 2000 rpm, so you can barely hear the engine noise coming in. The AC has been switched off, there's no music playing as well. However, if you cross 2500 rpm, then you'll start hearing the engine noise coming in, and that's a bit coarse. I wouldn't say sporty, but yes, coarse. Then I specifically personally like the engine and the gearbox combination, the both are quite well mated to each other. And this gearbox, I wouldn't call it slick, but yes, it's very responsive, and not a problem to shift. It's not that heavy as well. So the first and second gears are normal. For the reverse gear, you have to press it down and then put it into reverse. That's a thing that's usually found in Volkswagen and Skoda cars itself. Overall, if you have to specifically talk about the 1 liter TSI engine that you see on the Rapid, yes, it has made performance even better than the earlier ones, than the earlier engines that we had, specifically the 1.6 MPI. And Rapid, I would say, is now more performance focused, more performance enthusiastic as compared to the earlier version, or the BS4 version. Other things about the Rapid remain the same as earlier. The suspension soaks up most of the potholes, absorbs most of the undulations. However, if you're going at high speeds, then you will feel slight discomfort. However, only on the front seat. I have tested out that extensively. On the back seat, you won't feel the bumps that much as compared to the front seat. The steering wheel is balanced, I would say. Not too heavy, not too light, perfect for driving. In If you are removing from a tight parking spot, putting in a tight parking spot, taking a sharp turn, then yes, you will feel that it is heavy. However, as soon as you start picking up speed, then the additional weight that you see just disappears like magic. Also, that means that the ride remains well planted on highways, and steering wheel does not bother you with that at all. It is very confident, very responsive, and you can say has a very strong feedback. The body roll is well in control. I tried multiple times taking a sharp curve at a speed of 50, 60, 70 kilometers per hour respectively, and each of the times I didn't face any troubles with that. I was sure footed, and I had enough confidence to further bend into corners. So if you have to check the comparison, the rivalries of Skoda Rapid in comparison to all of them, Rapid has to be one of the best driver cars in this segment. So let's also discuss the fuel efficiency of Rapid. You might be thinking that since it's a performance car, तो mileage कितना ही देती होगी. However, that's not the case here, and I have tested out for it about 450 kilometers I have on the trip meter, and I can say that the Rapid has delivered an average fuel efficiency of about 17 kilometers per liter. Of course, that involved a lot of times where I was revving hard till 3000, 4000 RPM. Most of the times I was not at all driving in a relaxed manner, I was just revving it hard, and despite that, it managed to give me 17 kilometers per liter. Nearly half of the tank is empty. Actually, more than half of the tank is empty. One bar is missing, and I have covered 450 kilometers. And I'm sure it might be able to go up to 650 kilometers approximately. So now, rounding off to the verdict of the Skoda Rapid, it's the most affordable sedan in its segment right now, with prices starting at as low as under 8 lakhs, and even its top end variant goes up to just rupees 11 lakhs. This is the top variant that we have. It is priced about 11 lakhs. So if you have to check the prices, if you have to compare the prices specifically, then I think the comparison also comes with Honda Amaze, Maruti Desire, and Hyundai Aura and such, because even these cars go up till 9.5 lakhs ex showroom. So if you ask me, if I am buying a sedan and I want it under 10 lakhs, I can either go for the top end variant of Aura or Amaze, or instead I could go for the mid spec or the second in line variant of the Skoda Rapid, which is basically bigger than the Amaze and Aura, has more premium quality inside, a more good touch materials you can see over here, and plus it is towards the performance side, which Amaze, Aura, Desire are not towards it. And also The mileage figures are not that bad. So if you have to talk about its comparison, its direct comparison, and even in that purposes, yes, it does miss out on a lot of features that you might say the City or the Verna offers. It's still very outdated. However, this car has aged very well, and you won't find any troubles in terms of fit and finish, and all the features over here that you have find are quite adequate for your daily driving. So if you have any more questions, any more doubts, any queries regarding the Skoda Rapid 1 liter TSI engine, then please let us know in the comment section below. I'm repeating it again, we are driving the Monte Carlo variant, which is the top end variant. So if you liked watching this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video, and subscribe to Car Blog India for more such car reviews and bike reviews. So this is the Skoda Rapid. This was your host Tarun, signing off. Thank you.